I'll start off with looking at the front of the Locos. The one in the middle is the new Hornby Franco Crosti. As you can see from this, it's looking pretty good so far. Running number 92023. The one on the right is the Bachmann Evening Star, running number 92220, and the one on the left is another Bachmann 9F, running number 92116. And straight away, when looking at the three, the Hornby is looking very, very good, as I'm sure you'll agree. Now initially when I looked at it, I thought, oh, it's got no darts on the boiler box, like these two have. But when looking on the internet, actually it didn't have darts on the boiler box, because down here you've got the secondary boiler box. And looking at the detail that we've got on here, it is pretty much bang on to the original. So on the front end, Hornby have done a fabulous job. They really have. Sprung buffers and metal, the same as the two Bachmann ones, which are premium models, by the way. And as we know, this Hornby one is their Railroad. So I wasn't expecting to see this much detail, even down to the riveting on the front. That's pretty much bang on to what I've seen on the photographs as well. The shed numbers for the Hornby is 16D, which I believe was Mansfield, but by all means correct me if I'm wrong. The Evening Star, that was based at Bath, 82F. I'm not sure about 92116. That's 18BSC. So if anyone knows where that is, appreciate if you could leave it in the comments for me. But there's quite a few things I've learnt about this Franco Crosti and the differences between it and the other Locos. But I'll go through some of that as I reviewed the Loco. But obviously you can find a lot more information about it on the internet, especially was it Wikipedia. There's quite a bit on there, and well worth having a look if you want to know a lot more. So yeah, detailing wise, handrails, and they are separate and they are metal, exactly the same as they are here on the two Bachmann Locos. So again, fabulous bit of detailing, and they haven't let us down there, that's for sure. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll now set them up so that we can see them from the side, and we'll have a look at the linkage, shall we, and see what they look like. And here we go, with the wheels and the linkage. I hope that's picking up okay. I'm in the garage doing this, and the light really isn't good. It's going to start raining at any minute now, but I'll try and do the best I can with what light I do have. But yeah, as you see on here, the linkage is fabulous. They really have done a good job. It's not big and chunky. It's quite small, dainty and very fine. If I take you up to the Evening Star, see, there's a little bit extra detailing, particularly up around here and in here. But all in all, I think you agree with me, for a railroad model, this is very good. Really, really good. And here we have the cab detailing. Right, they haven't skimped on this either. Some very fine detailing inside of there. Bring them back a bit more. There we go. And I think it is really good. If not, it could even be a little bit better than in the Evening Star, which obviously costs a lot more. The Evening Star does have separate grab rails, and there aren't any on the Franco. But again, to me, that's not really an issue, not a problem at all. If painted up, I think it make a world of difference. And obviously it's glazed as well, which is another added bonus. So cab wise, very good indeed. And now looking from the top, the backman, that doesn't open, and on the Hornby it doesn't close. But I quite like the fact that they've left it open, which I think adds a little bit more, because I dare say during its operational life that was spent most of its time open anyway. Pipework is moulded, as you can see, compared to the backman, which is all separately applied. And does look nice when it's separately applied, but is it going to make a difference? Personally, I don't think so. No, it's there. That's the main thing, and it looks correct the way it should be. If we come down, actually, because one of the things I did read was that the boiler, the funnel was only used during initial firing up, and after that it was closed off, and as you can see there is actually a little door in the funnel, whereas in the earlier versions you wouldn't have had that because the funnel was used. And the reason that was closed off is because here on the side, part of the Crosti boiler, that there was the chimney, and we'll get round to that side in a minute, because obviously that's the whole point of the Franco Crosti boiler. So far so good, I'd say. I'm pretty sure you agree with me. So what I do, I'll just turn them around and we'll have a look at the other side. And here we are on the interesting side of the Franco Crosti boiler, and there it is. Must look a bit of a beast, I reckon, in the days when it was out and running. There's the funnel, or the operational funnel, when this one was closed off. And see the pipework as part of the moulding, but still very, very good. Quite impressed with it, to be honest. And you compare it with the pipework on the Evening Star, which is separately applied. And I just think when she's running around the layouts, you're not going to know. I really don't think you'd know. Something I didn't point out before though is that she does have metal and separately applied handrails both sides, which is fabulous. So yeah, Hornby really have done a good job on her. The obviously underneath there's no brake pipes, and you don't get any with in the box. But I don't see why you can't actually make that yourself and apply it. Got a spring to keep the front bogie down, or put pressure on the front bogie to stop it jumping off the tracks. Which is something I do find occurs quite a bit. Alright, next we'll have a quick look at the tender. Okay, here we go then. Rear of the tenders. Obviously Evening Star's tender on the left, Franco Crosti tender on the right. for a railroad, I think it's spot on. It really is. It's got separately applied handrails, the same as the one on the Evening Star. The only real bit of detailing missing is the lamp irons. But once you fit a lamp on there, it'll be fine. Look around here. They're a different shape. I'm not quite sure what the shape of the what it was like in full size, but after looking at the Loco, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have got that wrong. Let's have a look at the front end. Now, on the front end, we can actually see where the detailing does differ. There's quite a bit less on the Hornby Franco compared to the tender 4 Evening Star. But nonetheless, when coupled up and running around the layout, you're not going to see that. Not going to see it at all. And then looking underneath, you can see there are no brake rods with the Hornby, and no water scoop like there is for the tender on the Evening Star. But again, something you very rarely see. I don't think I ever see them on running in the Locos. So, the new Hornby Franco Crosti boiler 9F. What would the conclusion be? The fact that it has metal sprung buffers, separate metal handrails, nice, good fine linkage, all-wheel pickup on the Loco itself, none on the tender, but then again there are none on the tender on the two Bachmann 9Fs that I have. The fact they left the roof open, I think, is a lovely touch. The fact that it's got glazing, another great touch. And the fact that they've got the front, the boiler box correct and looks like the original, that's another bonus. All in all, I think she is a beautiful Loco. So, is she worth £120? To me now, after she's out and we've had a look, yes, she is worth £120. And I think that with a bit of weathering, you know, you wouldn't even know she was the railroad version. They have done an absolutely fabulous job on her. But as everything, truth is in the pudding, and that is for yourselves to buy one and see what you think. Okay, it's all subjective really. What I do, I'll get some track down and I get her running around the track so we can see how she runs. I think that's the final test with her. Okay, so back soon.